Hey, Paul here for Retro Gaming Arts, and today we're going to be talking about the most common problem with Sega Genesises that I've experienced, and that is the busted controller ports not working. So let's go take a look at what it is and how to fix it. First things first, which is desoldering some of the controller ports off of the boards themselves. And this is really cool because you get to actually see it happen. How the solder gets sucked up. Now also the Model 1 controller ports, you can't take them off a Model 1 Sega Genesis and put them onto a Model 2. It's got to be Model 2 to Model 2, Model 1 to Model 1. So yeah. So once you collected all the controller ports, we have some bad from some broken ones that we're repairing, and then other ones from other motherboards that are just shot as we've collected from parts. And because the reason why these don't work is because there isn't a poor connection, that's why we're going over it with some solder wick to remove the excess solder so that when we resolder it, it has a really nice, good connection. Because that's the problem, is the connection's not that good. So that's all we're really doing, is just creating a better connection. And that's all you have to do to fix a lot of these retro consoles, is just redo the connection. Because over 20 years it doesn't have a good connection anymore. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but plugging in a controller to the Sega Genesis, it's a very tight fit. You have to push it in pretty hard. And I don't know about when you're playing Sega Genesis, but when I was like 10 and 12, I would trip over those controller wires all the time, yanking on the system, yanking on the controller. And I feel that that's probably a portion of why these things go bad. So we're also, cleaning it up on the other side over here. And then you have to fix all the controller ports themselves. Like as you desolder them, they can get bent a little. There's still some solder left on there. So we're just putting all the pins back in place, cleaning them up so we can put the good pins on the good motherboards and turn as many broken boards into working Sega Genesises as possible. Or Genesi. I don't know how to say Genesis plural. Genesises. We're just getting all those pins nice in there. Get it nice and snug. So we're doing this multiple times because this wasn't the only Sega Genesis that was being worked on in this video. There was multiple of them, because that's a good way to increase production in the shop, is when you take multiple of a console and you do more than one at the same time. That's how you can increase production and get as many people their consoles back as fast as possible. You do them all at once. It's a little bit more tedious and it's harder to do, but it's faster. So it's kind of worth it, even though it is harder to do all these at once. So before we solder it directly to the board, we're gonna screw them on because we want that tight connection, because it's just a controller port. And then that's it. Just solder it right back on. Any excess solder you clean up. Other than dirty cartridge slots, this is the actual biggest repair that I come across with Sega Genesises, as opposed to, there's numerous problems with them, but this is just the most common, and it's actually a really simple fix, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, show you what it is, show you how to fix it. I don't know, just for your curiosity, or in case you have a broken Sega Genesis at home. Who knows? Either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for checking us out. All that. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next week.